What's up, man? How you doing, Cap? Yes, sir, man. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, man, tell me, how did you get your passion for horns, and how was it like just playing horns? Like, how did you get your start just playing in Philadelphia?
I started in middle school. I actually just wanted to get out of class, basically. It was like the teacher comes with a list and say, hey, if you want to join band, you get out of class for a period. And I was like, I want to join just to get out of class. And to be honest, I started on sax, but it was too big for me at the time. So I looked at all those buttons, and then I saw the trumpet with only 3 buttons. So I was like, oh, that should be easier.
Right.
So I just started playing trumpet. Started in middle school, all through high school, went to college for it. So that was about it.
Nice.
So passion for it came from just being around music, around church, wanting to incorporate horns into church, because the churches I grew up in, they weren't heavily in music departments like churches are today. So I would go home and try to implement horns into gospel music and stuff like that. But
nice, man.
That's where my passion came from.
So you were telling me you were involved in high school. You were involved in a few ensembles.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I did. You about to ask something?
Yeah, no, go ahead.
Okay. I did jazz band, marching band, high school, concert band. We did show orchestra band. I did all those different bands, all the ensembles in high school. Then, yeah, that's about it. In high school and middle school and.
Nice.
Oh yeah, I did All City too. So All City Jazz Band, All City Orchestra, All City. I auditioned for All States, but I didn't get in.
Oh wow.
I didn't get in.
I got you. Yo, man. So like being involved in all of that church, the different ensembles and styles of music. What was your favorite style? You know, just thinking back, you know, from all those experiences. What do you think your favorite style was? Definitely
gospel. That's because my roots. I mean, I grew up as a church boy, whatever.
Yeah.
So. Gospel was always my roots, and I always wanted to. I would rather learn hymns than learn like method book stuff. I would I learned how to read music, like I know how to read music, but I learned by ear too. I would just listen to stuff and try to pick it up, and it's helped me best way. I mean, in the industry now, that I can pick up something a little bit faster than someone that may not be able to read but can hear by ear, or they can only read and they can't play by ear. So it's good to have both.
Man, I tell people all the time, yo, if it were not for like those moments that we, you know, grew up in church, those small things that we might didn't like then, that we look at now, it's like, man, wow, like, we have superpowers now, you know, out here in this world. You know what I'm saying?
Nobody called out keys back in the day.
Right. You had to know it, or you got knocked off.
Listen.
Right. So, a couple more questions, man.
Okay.
What were one of your biggest lessons from like performing with different artists, like artists in the city? Like, what was your biggest lesson as you went through those?
I mean, times? I was young then, so I wouldn't say they were a lesson then, but they're a lesson now. Yeah. Like I would tell musicians coming up that want to be a part of the inner city, the circle of where you're from, just to choose wisely. You don't have to play every single gig. You don't have to go every single place. I mean, I was like 16, 17, going to 4 or 5 churches in a weekend just to play with little groups that it would be 4 people sitting in the audience, which is not bad, but it's just the fact that you look at it now, it burns your energy, it burns stuff. So then when you get older, you're like, I'm tired, I've been doing this since I was 15, 14, whatever. So just choose wisely. I would say, if I could say to my younger self, that it was cool doing all that stuff, but choose what you do wisely, because you don't have to run the city just to do 1,000,001 gigs.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. One of the things I guard with my heart is not using my time for people that don't appreciate
Definitely.
me. You know what I mean? Like, and that's not being selfish. That's just being smart to me. Like, I'd rather not like allocate my time to places that don't understand who I am or what I can, you know, offer. So yeah, man, that's wisdom.
But it's fun. I mean, when you in it, you like, yo,
why you doing it?
We gig it and we going all around Philly.
Right.
So
it's good as a younger musician.
musician.
When you get older, it's like you gotta,
yikes.
Yeah, things start changing. Like life start changing. You know,
definitely.
Like, yeah, man. So, what would you say, like in your musical career, as you started learning and started evolving and everything with the trumpet? what would you say was the biggest thing that you seen coming from high school and college? Like, what are some of the things that you learned in college that you would have never known, like just in high school? Like, I guess from the people you met, or like what happened in that area?
Yeah, high school to college was different because I went from being the top trumpet player in my high school. Really wasn't. I was lead on everything. I was always first trumpet.
Yeah.
And I was a mediocre trumpet player in high school. But then I go to college and everybody's amazing. Oh, wow. So you go from, you got this little chip on your shoulder because you're the best you the best out of these high school trumpet players, and you go to a school and you got college seniors, you got people that are just amazing at their instrument, and they look at you like, who are you? Like, you got to prove yourself. So that's the biggest thing from college from high school to college. That was my takeaway from high school to college. Nice. That I had to learn to not prove myself, but just make sure that you always want to evolve. You never want to feel like you're good at something because somewhere else somebody's 10 times better than you.
Right. And then the kids too.
Yeah, kids.
Like kids was mad younger. But listen, man, stay tuned. We'll be back with some more Kevin Woods.